Hey, hey, hey. Back again. Daily reading for March 10th, 2020. Hope all is well with you. Thanks for tuning in. So let's see if we can pick up the energy of what's going on today or continue the story, find out where it's going. So, if you watch tarot videos, you already know, the energy can be vice versa. Time is an illusion, energy is fluid. This could have happened last year, it could happen today, it could happen next week. The timestamp is just a formality for when when the reading was put out. But I hope someone will be able to get some clarity, or hopefully the reading will be able to fill in some blanks for someone. So, this is what we got. So, we have a man with a commitment at home. And there's going to be official communication either coming from this man or coming to this man. In this Lenormand deck, there are two birds cards. And the other card is for like gossip, petty communication, like chatter, text message, or whatever. This is more or less like could be legal, could be an official conversation about something. So for me, it's a conversation that needs to be taken a little more seriously. So for the tarot, we have the Chariot in reverse, so something's not moving forward. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We have the King of Pentacles upright, King of Swords upright, which I believe these two are different energies of the same individual. We have the Page of Wands in reverse, and we have the Tower in reverse. All right, so let's get cracking. So we have Desert, Vision Quest. So when I read the excerpt for this was taking the time to go within and basically isolate yourself to, you needed to be in solitude to basically have that quiet time to sort things out, sort your thoughts out, sort your feelings out. Try to, make heads or tails of where you're going, where you're coming from, what it is that you really want. The Mountain, we got this yesterday, Strength card. So having the fortitude to go forward. And we have Solitude. So somebody really, really needs to go within and more than likely do some sort of shadow work. So for each one of the court cards, I pulled a fairy oracle for those. So like I said, with the chariot is in reverse. Something stalled out, something's not moving forward. There's no progress. Because somebody's given up, they dropped a burden. It seems like it. So this is just a daily read. So I tried not to go nuts, but I wanted more clarity so I can make put together a cohesive storyline. So I pulled a couple of cards. So I'm hoping I can pull it all together. Okay, so some of this I'm going to have to look at the book for. At the bottom of the Fairy Oracle deck, we have the Fairy Godmother in reverse, and that's card number 25. So this is making things harder than they need to be. Being selfish, being greedy, living in your ego. it says here, gifts, talents, grace, helpful lessons. This is, from what I can assess quickly, this is akin to being on your soapbox. You got a thorn in your eye, but you want to point out the thorn in somebody else's eye. This is someone explaining to you that you hurt them, but all they can see is how you're talking about it is making them feel some kind of way. You understand what I'm saying? So this is, basically being blocked off, not being receptive, being combative to an extent. Instead of dealing with something with a middle ground approach, you're going into it hoping for the best but expecting the worst, but you end up shocked at how it turns out. It turns out better than you think. In the reverse, that's not how that happens, because you're going in guns blazing, but you're not willing to accept responsibility for what role you played. You're twisting everything around. It's like having that circular argument. Like I said, you're trying to explain to someone how you feel, how they made you feel, and then they're telling you you're complaining about it is making you a drama queen. You know what I mean? So we have, at the bottom of the clarifying deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is financial stability. Could be a marriage. Could be a marriage. For the chakra wisdom cards, we got insecurity. This is someone who isn't dealing with their own inner demons. So these are tying into one another. So for the tarot, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a situation where there's no equal give and take, or somebody just flat out stopped giving. So I clarified that and got, let me put this down, and got the Six of Cups, Death, and the Queen of Wands. And this inequality, somebody is reminiscing on something that ended with the Queen of Wands. Because they were living in the past, more than likely this is what created this Six of Pentacles, right? And so we have bittersweet, that card, to go with that. And actually, when I was shuffling the cards, I was asking for more information, and literally they all fell out like this. They all fell out like this. So bittersweet is, there is an inner strength here helping you to rise above circumstances and do the right thing. It is time to set aside your personal agenda for the good of the group. The person you are becoming is capable of more than you imagined. So this says the passing of all things is inevitable. Whatever is happening may require release. This card could also represent unexpected news. So what that says to me is someone allowed a situation to be one-sided because they were still living in the past. They were still living in their head about something that was dead and gone. And if it really wasn't dead and gone, it should have been dead and gone. But they kept it alive in their head. So you have this King of Pentacles here. And the energy with him is Mikkalamukkul, and that's card number 49. So this card reverse signifies behavior that is opportunistic, self-centered, inconsiderate, selfish, childish, and immature. It speaks of clinging to unrealistic notions about security, clinging to the known path, and rejecting adventure. So this is someone, like I said, stuck in the past. They're stuck in the past because this King of Pentacles, this dude could be a business owner. He's worried about his security, his stability. He ended something with a divine feminine. And it seems as though that divine feminine was his soulmate. He couldn't get out of his head. So being in that mode, on self-sabotage mode, he sabotaged this. So next we have the King of Swords. Now I found this interesting because this card came out upright. This is Spirit Dancer. So that's card number 36. Did I even mark that one? No, I did not. Card number 36. Self-expression, freedom, exploration. First and most important for many of us, we learn, grow, and lead more satisfying lives if we have ways of expressing our inner world. Such expressions can be a way of helping ourselves better understand our feelings and experiences, or they can be a way of getting pain out where we can look at it and let it begin to heal. Creative expression is a method of exploring our own truth, bringing it into the light so we can see it more clearly, and maintaining sanity. The key words here are explore, experiment, and express. So what was needed was for this King of Swords, and he is in the upright, was to speak the truth and speak his truth, right? Because if this card were reversed, it would speak to this individual being self-absorbed and obsessed, living in anger and an inability to express their feelings. So we have this King of Swords who could possibly be looking at this from a different perspective. Clarified by the Three of Wands in reverse and the World in reverse. So this could be, the World in reverse could sometimes mean, a soulmate connection. But I think he came to the realization, or he's coming to the realization, that the reason why his ships aren't coming in and things are left unfinished, they're not coming to a natural conclusion, is because he's not dealing with his demons. Things aren't coming in because he has unfinished business that he needs to close out. divine has stepped in and it's like, hey, you know, you got to do something about this. So I believe that that's why the King of Swords is in the upright. And that's clarified by Miracle. And Miracle is, if I can find it, I didn't mark these, I'm sorry. So I'm thumbing through the book. The brightest of all thoughts resides in sun yellow, as natural radiance stems from pure integrity. Be honest and forthright no matter what. With the energy of the sun, a miracle awaits. You instinctively know what is authentic. Trust this. Do you let someone in, or do you pretend not to see them? You cannot shut out pain without shutting out pleasure. Kindness exists to lend magic to integrity. Living in the past, he's shutting out a potential future, right? So next we have this Page of Wands. Page of Wands could be unrequited love. It could be a message that never got delivered, words that were never spoken. That's clarified by the Nine of Swords. Somebody was conflicted. They were in their head about what this was. This was the highlight. Someone needed to really, really think about this and see things for what they were and understand why they do the things that they do. They passed up on a good thing because they were living in the past. This can also be heartbreak. Somebody is conflicted about heartbreak. And this is clarified by guilt. I thought I memorized where. Oh, here we go. So this card indicates deep caring and protection from emotional hurt through standing strong in your emotions. There is great inner resolve here. Once your mind is made up, you can see when others have tried to manipulate you, reclaim your life. Sorry about that. Hold on. Sorry about that. I don't know why my dog decided he wanted to be crazy. So the other blurb for this, it says, do not do for others what they need to do for themselves. Speak truth from your heart. Honesty is freedom. Any guilt is fear of being disliked. Am I giving away too much time and energy and resenting it? Is my anger really guilt? If you look at this card, this woman is ironing, and it's like it's an obligation, right? They feel bound. She has this cuff on her arm with the chain. They feel bound by obligation. This man is probably conflicted about the heartbreak that he caused and the heartbreak that he feels, because he's bound, or he feels bound, to this situation here, to the point where he was so caught up in doing the right thing instead of, looking at something for what it is and speaking his truth about it. Then we have the Tower. So this is the aftermath, because the Tower moment has already happened. Whatever foundation was shaken, this is the fallout. So you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and you have the Nine of Wands in the upright. So somebody's guarded, they're wounded, and because they feel this way, or they're experiencing this, they're not abundant. It could be that they have a fear of being alone, being left, being abandoned, not having enough. They could fear being single. But hurt people hurt people. And I know that's like so cliche. But it could be why he rejected his divine feminine. He needs to level up. That's what this is. He needs to level up. He's living in the past. He recognizes what he's done. Living in the past, recognizes what he's done, knows what needs to be done. Here's the fallout. And this is the fear. So the clarifying card for this is trickery. And I love the like this book. Oh my goodness, the little stories in here are just like so cool. So we got notice here that there may be manipulation because of a fear of being rejected. There is no evil intent, only a deep desire to be loved. This card may also indicate that you should practice asking for your true heart's desire rather than fearing someone else's resentment. It could be that I don't know, this here, somebody is conflicted. They want to be loved, but they don't want to be loved. It's like that wishy-washy energy. And because they don't feel worthy, they're insecure, they put up with things that they shouldn't really put up with. So this could have been a toxic situation here. It could have been. But because that's all that this individual knows, that's probably the reason why they're so deceptive when they deal with people. And maybe the mindset was, get them before they get me. It's too good to be true. So I got to sabotage this first. Hurt you before you hurt me, because I know that it's coming. I'm standing guard. I know that it is coming. So let's see, what is the rest of the little story here? Oh, that's gossip. No. We need trickery. Sorry, folks. During trying times, things may be easier if you ask for help. Don't be disappointed if assistance does not come from the place you expect. Am I afraid to tell the truth? How does that fear make me manipulate others? What do I really need to say? Yeah, vulnerable. Somebody is vulnerable. So they have that lack mentality. Let me tear shit up because this is what I feel I deserve. Because I'm still living in the past over here. So it looks like somebody could possibly be having a come to Jesus moment with themselves. Because I don't really feel that this is a conversation that they're going to have with somebody else. It might be. This might be in connection with the message from yesterday. Because yesterday's message was someone, talking to a woman, having a conversation with a woman, speaking her truth or whatever. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. So maybe this is self-talk. The White Owls. I don't know. But it's a daily read, daily message. So the cards I pulled were healthy choices. Make healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, being happier. The Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Yeah, I think this one goes right here. Self-indulgence. Focus on self, self-worth. Time to heal. Shadow work. Self-appreciation. Seduction. Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. I would think that one goes right there, because it could be that from the looks of it, this individual was already tied up into something when they met this divine feminine, or they came in contact with this divine feminine. And basically, she opened up his eyes to a whole different world. And now he's turned upside down on his head and he doesn't know what to do. So he needs to practice making healthier choices, because right now shit's stalled out. He's in a situation that he needs to deal with, or be honest about. So that's the story for today. Hope someone can get something out of it. If it applies to you, your situation, please drop me a comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Until then, catch you on the flip side. Namaste.